So my name is Miguel Lisbona, Jose Miguel Lisbona if you want the full name. You can call me Migs. And I've been doing this for a long time. I started in 2001, and since then it's been on and on until finally it's a way of life for me. Okay, so the reason why I do this is simply to see the world with enlivened eyes, or sa Tagalog, matang buhay. To see the world with enlivened eyes, mata ng buhay, gamit ang matang buhay. So that's why I do this. To see things in a different light and to see things from different points of view. So that's how I've been doing. So I've been very active in mostly in street photography and in contemplative photography, which is basically minimalism, mixang, which is a form of how to see the world, and then capturing the essence of presence. So that's what I do. Stuck to it and it became Streetwalkers Philippines, so simply SWPH. This is a safe place for people to just express themselves in street photography, the genre of street photography, and no one sees it the way they do. So it's a place that they'll be very comfortable. It's a safe place where they can post, we interact. It's a safe place to express themselves. So we get people from who are starting out to people who are already really good at them, professionals or just enthusiasts. So no one sees it the way they do. And we started at 2015, a little bit over 20. When I was there, it was like very few lang, 100. Now we're like 4,000, almost 4,500. So that's pretty good. Well, the meetups virtual. It's really an online group, so anybody can just do a photo walk. But sometimes, like, we hold contests and they just post. Or if it's an anniversary, we ask them to meet up and then submit the best photo. So it's like a global thing. But street photography can be taken anywhere anyway. So the meetups are usually with the curators. One in Manila, there's one in Jansan, there's one in Cagayan de Oro, there's one in the States. So there are two in So it's international na. Yeah, but it's just a place for people to just post and to share. We share articles, we share tips, we share ethics, we share. So it's a wonderful way to look at the world through street photography. Photography, since it's so ubiquitous right now, it's part of daily life. Now everybody can use their cell phones and shoot. What I express is how I see the world. So it's an expression of how I see and how I interpret it, and what the colors are, etc. So it's really about me and my expression. It's not really to impress. I shoot because I want to express, not to impress. It so happens that they're impressed by it, then that's a bonus already for me. So this helps me focus.
Okay.
And what comes out of it is, wow, for me anyway, the mundane becomes profound, the profane becomes profound. So things that people take for granted, I am able to see. So that's why I do it also, and it helps a lot. Everybody's a photographer per se. I mean, it's lalo na yun because of that. But what I espouse and what I'm encouraging is the education how to see.
Okay.
It's all, for me, it's about the perception. It's all about how people are able to see. And to to see with enlivened eyes the colors, the patterns, the shapes, etc. More than just simply snapping pictures, snapshots of this and that. It's an ability that can be carried beyond photography, which is the way to see the world.
Okay.
The way you see.
Form.
Not about forms, it's content. It's about content, it's about the details, it's about composition, it's about a whole lot of things beyond photography per se.
In that case, then photography is somehow it's like reflective in a way.
Yes, that's why I do contemplative, because the ability to be able to stand in one place, make observations, and then snapping or making the picture takes a lot of discipline and takes a lot of really patience and how it evolves. Most of the time I wait for it. Some of the times when I'd feel like I'm just going to do a walk-by shooting, which is just walking and just snapping away, whatever. I do that too because it's a different dimension. It's a balance thing for me. I do flash photography, which keeps me really up close, off-cam, which I did last Saturday. It's pretty good. Yeah, so it's something that you can do patiently while contemplating, or you can do impulsively. I think a mixture of both. Well, yes, that's what you call intention.
Yes.
If I see a scene and there's potential, then I wait for the elements to come in and I make it. That's okay. What I do, and this is a tip that people can do, is that you have something in mind, but after you have something that in mind, you let it go. Why do you let it go? Because you've practiced it enough in your head and what it looks like that sometimes people overthink it and they don't get the shot that they want. I'd rather they look at it, see the potential, and forget about it, and let the elements flow. And when you make it, it's almost automatic. But that takes a lot of practice. Simply put, just work the scene until something comes up. Or simply just stay in one place, see what it presents, and when you're ready, then shoot. And after a few minutes, after 10 minutes, after 30 minutes, and kung wala talaga, then you move on. But working the scene is very important. Overthinking can be a distraction as well. So what I do is I practice. It's like a muscle that after a while you forget that you're even using it. Right now, if I tell you where your feet are, then your focus goes to your feet.
Yes.
But you never think about it, but you know it's there. So something similar to photography. It's like you keep on practicing until you know it's there, and it comes out just like that because you practice it well enough. I have a lot of influences, and it's very hard to pick just one. I have the classical ones, I have the contemporary ones, but to name a few, like Martin Parr, who else? Matt Swart, HE,
Like in the past.
Friedman. Yeah, Vivian Mayer is my grabe si Vivian. I mean, Vivian Mayer is my newest inspiration because Vivian Mayer is my new inspiration because when I saw the video and my hair is actually standing on end, you can see just talking about her because she's been a recluse. She takes this, hey, look at that. I don't know where you can see that. Yeah, she's touched me in such a way when I saw her video. It's like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of film negatives and photographs. And when you see it, I have a hashtag which I always post. It's called Shoot What Moves You.
Okay.
Shoot What Moves is basically that. Vivian Mayer is like she's doing what she loves and she's shooting because it moves her. There's whatever it is emotionally or technically, but she's taken those snaps and elevated. And what was so amazing is that, for example, a 36-roll film on her twin reflex.
Twin reflex?
Yep. Every frame is a keeper.
Every frame?
How do you do that? Doesn't that just boggle the mind? Like, how can you take perfect shots every time or keeper shots every time?
How often does she shoot? kaya, ano?
She when
Hindi siya
she,
pwedeng yung tak-tak-tak.
no, that's the contemplative part. When she knows it, she will click it. And then on. So that's what moves her, and she's my inspiration. And I suggest talaga watching that. I'll send you the link.
Of all the subjects in photography, where do you usually tend lean towards?
My first love has been always been contemplative photography or minimalism.
Minimalism.
Yeah.
Okay.
Contemplative is something to do with feeling the moment. Medyo malalim to because it's the essence of presence for me. It's the essence of what I'm shooting. It can be inanimate, it could be people, it could be a lot of things, but it's that reflectiveness that I love. And it translates to my minimalism and street photography. I often mash up the two. I try to be as contemplative, minimalism, and street photography. But I lean towards contemplative minimalism, and then street photography, and the whole mashup of it. I think a camera is a camera is a camera. I mean, brands are there, the marketing is there. It's important also to know your equipment, but it depends on what you want. It depends on what your style is. It depends on what's reliable. Simply put, what works for you.
Yes.
You can give anybody, any good photographer a camera, he'll use it and he'll still make beautiful pictures. So I don't tend to focus on the brand. Okay, but for the sake of this, this is my camera, which I often see. It's just a point. It's a point and shoot. You can't see the brand. Okay, you can't really see the brand because I've covered it. But what I like about it, it's small. Okay. What I like about it is that it has a flippy screen, which is important to me. It has a flash hot shoe, which helps me a lot with my off flash. It has manual dials. Okay, and it's a fixed lens.
What
This
lens
is
do you usually?
I use a lot. I use 11. I use 12 millimeter. I use 18 millimeter, which is this one. 18.5. 23 is good. They're really great brands of camera. Canon, Nikon, Sony's really good. I like their small one.
Yeah.
You have
RX.
yeah, RX. The RX, I like that. Lumix has a very good camera, which is this small and has everything that I think.
This one's
That,
Fuji X.
if you say so. No, just kidding. If you want to know, it's a Fuji X70. They discontinued this already. I don't know. I mean, but I was able to get just last year. This was just brand new.
Year.
Yes.
Okay.
I got it from a gadget store in brand new from Hong Kong. If I had an X30, that was perfect for me. I had to replace it because it died on me na, and I replaced it. So don't get too caught too much with the brands, because at the end it's all about marketing, right? I'll tell you what's the shot on, but I won't. Now they're coming out with new cams, so it's never perfect. You know what's perfect is in what's your hand already.